Have you ever wondered what it takes to become unbreakable in the face of life's challenges? In this video, we're diving into 8 powerful Stoic principles that can transform your mindset and strengthen your character. From mastering self-control to embracing life's ups and downs, these timeless teachings will help you find peace and resilience in any situation. If you're ready to unlock the secrets to becoming your strongest self, stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content. Let's embark on this journey together. Let's dive into the first principle, understanding the dichotomy of control. This Stoic principle is all about recognizing the difference between what's within our control and what isn't. It sounds simple, but it can be life-changing once you grasp it. Imagine you're holding 2 lists. On the first list, you write down everything you have direct control over. Your thoughts, your actions, your reactions, and how you choose to interpret events. These are the things you can actually influence. On the second list, jot down everything outside of your control. The weather, other people's opinions, the past, and so on. This list might include things like the traffic on your commute, the results of an interview, or even global events. These are all things that you, as an individual, can't directly change. Now, the key to this principle is to focus your energy on the first list and let go of the second. Why stress over the rain when you can't control it? Instead, carry an umbrella. Why worry about what others think of you when you can't change their minds? Instead, focus on being the best version of yourself. This doesn't mean you should ignore everything on the second list. It's just that your emotional investment should be minimal because it's simply out of your hands. By concentrating on what you can control, you empower yourself. You become proactive rather than reactive. You gain a sense of freedom and peace because you stop wasting energy on things you can't change. This shift in focus can transform how you approach challenges. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by things outside your control, you channel your efforts into areas where you can actually make a difference. It's a practical, empowering way to navigate life's ups and downs, and it's a cornerstone of Stoic resilience. Let's explore the second Stoic principle, practicing negative visualization. At first, the idea of negative visualization might sound a bit gloomy, but it's actually a powerful tool for building mental resilience and gratitude. This practice involves imagining the worst-case scenarios in different areas of your life. For example, think about what might happen if you lost your job, faced a health issue, or experienced a setback in your personal life. Why would anyone want to imagine such unpleasant things? The purpose isn't to make you anxious or pessimistic. It's quite the opposite. By contemplating these scenarios, you prepare yourself mentally and emotionally for potential challenges. It's like a mental rehearsal that helps you handle adversity with greater ease if it ever happens. This preparation can reduce the shock and emotional turmoil that often accompany unexpected events. But there's another important benefit. It fosters a deep sense of appreciation for what you currently have. When you consider the possibility of losing something, like your health, your relationships, or your possessions, you naturally start to value them more. It shifts your mindset from taking things for granted to appreciating them. You might find yourself feeling more grateful for everyday moments, like a simple walk in the park, a conversation with a friend, or even just having a warm meal. Negative visualization isn't about dwelling on potential losses. It's about acknowledging them as a possibility and then refocusing on the present with renewed gratitude and mindfulness. It helps you build a buffer against life's inevitable ups and downs, making you more adaptable and less fearful. This practice doesn't make you a pessimist. Instead, it grounds you in reality and helps you savor the good times while being prepared for the not-so-good times. So, the next time you find yourself worrying about the future, try practicing negative visualization. Imagine the worst-case scenario, and then notice how this exercise shifts your perspective. You'll likely find yourself feeling more resilient, grateful, and ready to face whatever comes your way. The third Stoic principle, amor fati, translates to love of fate. It's all about embracing everything that happens in your life, good or bad, with a positive mindset. This idea might seem challenging at first, especially when you're dealing with difficult situations. But let's break it down. Amor Fati encourages you to accept reality as it is, without resisting or wishing things were different. This doesn't mean you have to like everything that happens to you, but it does mean you acknowledge that each event is part of your journey. Think of it as viewing life as a flowing river. You can't control the current or the rocks you encounter, but you can choose how you navigate the waters. Instead of fighting the current, you learn to go with the flow. By embracing Amor Fati, you start to see challenges and setbacks as opportunities for growth and learning. For example, if you lose a job, instead of lamenting the loss, you might see it as a chance to explore new career paths or develop new skills. If you face a health issue, it could be an opportunity to focus on self-care and healthier living. Every situation, no matter how tough, can teach you something valuable if you're willing to look for the lesson. This mindset shift can transform how you experience life. It reduces the stress and frustration that come from resisting what you can't change. Instead, you cultivate a sense of peace and acceptance. You start to see that everything happens for a reason, even if that reason isn't immediately clear. This doesn't mean you passively accept everything without trying to improve your situation. On the contrary, Amor Fati empowers you to act with wisdom and courage, knowing that whatever happens, you're capable of handling it. In essence, Amor Fati is about loving your life as it is, not as you wish it to be. It's about finding beauty in every experience, even the challenging ones, and using them to grow stronger and wiser. By embracing this principle, you become more resilient, adaptable, and, ultimately, more content with the journey of life. Let's delve into the fourth Stoic principle, cultivating inner tranquility. Inner tranquility is about maintaining a calm and peaceful state of mind, regardless of external circumstances. Imagine being in the eye of a storm, where everything around you is chaotic and turbulent, but inside, you remain calm and centered. This is the essence of inner tranquility, a key goal in Stoic philosophy. So, how do you cultivate this inner peace? It starts with understanding that your mind is your own domain. External events, like traffic jams, unexpected news, or other people's behavior, are outside your control. While these things can be disruptive, they don't have to disturb your inner peace. The Stoics teach that it's not the events themselves that upset us, but our judgments and reactions to them. By changing how we interpret and respond to events, we can maintain a sense of tranquility. One practical way to practice this is by developing emotional resilience. This involves acknowledging your feelings without letting them take control. For example, if someone criticizes you, it's natural to feel upset. However, instead of dwelling on the criticism or reacting impulsively, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, is this criticism constructive? Can I learn from it? If not, let it go. This approach helps you stay composed and avoid unnecessary emotional turmoil. Another aspect of cultivating inner tranquility is mindfulness. This means being fully present in the moment, without getting lost in thoughts about the past or worries about the future. Mindfulness allows you to experience life more fully and appreciate the present without being weighed down by regrets or anxieties. It's about finding peace in the now, rather than waiting for some future moment to bring happiness. Additionally, practicing gratitude can significantly enhance your inner tranquility. By focusing on the positive aspects of your life, you can shift your mindset from what's lacking to what you have. This perspective helps you appreciate the simple joys and reduces the impact of minor irritations. In summary, cultivating inner tranquility is about taking control of your inner world. By managing your reactions, practicing mindfulness, and focusing on gratitude, you can create a state of peace and calm that withstands external pressures. This doesn't mean you won't face challenges, but with inner tranquility, you'll navigate them with grace and resilience. Now, let's explore the fifth Stoic principle, living in accordance with nature. Living in accordance with nature is about aligning your actions and thoughts with the natural order of the world and your own true nature. This principle encourages you to understand your place in the universe and act in harmony with it. To start, consider the idea of the natural order. The Stoics believe that everything in the universe happens according to a natural plan, and understanding this can help us accept life's events more peacefully. For example, seasons change, people grow old, and life brings both joy and challenges. By recognizing these natural cycles, we can learn to accept them rather than resist them. On a personal level, living according to nature means being true to yourself. It involves understanding your strengths, weaknesses, and purpose. Think of it as discovering your unique role in the world. For instance, if you have a talent for helping others, embracing this aspect of your nature might mean pursuing a career in teaching, healthcare, or counseling. It's about living authentically, rather than conforming to societal expectations that don't resonate with you. Another important aspect is acting with integrity. This means being honest, fair, and just in your dealings with others. It's about treating people with respect and kindness, recognizing that we are all part of the same natural community. By doing so, you not only contribute positively to the world around you, but also feel more at peace with yourself. Living in accordance with nature also involves embracing simplicity and moderation. Instead of constantly seeking more material wealth or external validation, focus on what truly matters: your values, relationships, and personal growth. This mindset helps you find contentment with less, reducing unnecessary stress and competition. Lastly, this principle encourages you to be adaptable. Nature is constantly changing, and so is life. By being flexible and open to change, you can navigate life's ups and downs more gracefully. Whether it's adjusting to a new job, a change in your health, or shifts in your personal relationships, being adaptable allows you to flow with life rather than fight against it. In summary, living in accordance with nature means understanding and embracing the natural order, being true to yourself, acting with integrity, valuing simplicity, and being adaptable. This approach not only fosters inner peace, but also helps you lead a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. Let's explore the seventh Stoic principle: exercising self-discipline and temperance. Self-discipline and temperance are about managing your desires and impulses and practicing moderation in all things. In a world where we're constantly bombarded with temptations, from junk food to endless social media scrolling, these principles are more relevant than ever. Self-discipline involves setting boundaries and sticking to them, even when it's challenging. It's about making choices that align with your long-term goals rather than giving in to immediate gratifications. For example, if you're working on a project, self-discipline means prioritizing your work over distractions like TV or social media. It's not about denying yourself pleasure, but about making sure that your actions are in line with your values and priorities. Temperance, on the other hand, is the practice of moderation. It's the art of finding balance and avoiding excess. This doesn't just apply to material things like food or money, but also to emotions and actions. For instance, temperance can mean not letting yourself get too swept up in anger or excitement, or not indulging in excessive negativity or criticism. It's about finding the middle ground and maintaining a steady, balanced approach to life. These principles help you build resilience and strength. When you exercise self-discipline, you're essentially training your mind and willpower. Each time you resist a temptation, you're strengthening your ability to make better choices in the future. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It's more about striving for consistency and growth. Moreover, self-discipline and temperance can lead to greater contentment. By practicing moderation, you learn to appreciate what you have rather than constantly seeking more. This can reduce stress and anxiety, as you're not always chasing after the next thing to make you happy. Instead, you find satisfaction in the present and in the simple things. These principles also encourage you to be mindful of your impact on others. For example, being disciplined in your speech, thinking before you speak, and choosing your words carefully can prevent misunderstandings and hurt feelings. Similarly, practicing temperance in your consumption habits, like being mindful of how much you buy or consume, can lead to a more sustainable lifestyle and a greater sense of responsibility. In summary, exercising self-discipline and temperance is about managing your desires and impulses, practicing moderation, and aligning your actions with your values. These principles not only help you achieve your long-term goals, but also foster a greater sense of balance, contentment, and mindfulness in your daily life. The eighth Stoic principle is building a strong character through virtue. In Stoicism, virtue is the highest good and the foundation of a strong character. It encompasses qualities like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. These virtues are not just abstract ideals. They're practical tools that guide our actions and decisions. Let's start with wisdom. Wisdom is about making sound decisions based on knowledge and understanding. It involves seeing things clearly, distinguishing between what's important and what's trivial, and acting accordingly. For example, wisdom helps you prioritize long-term well-being over short-term pleasures, like choosing to eat healthily even when tempted by junk food. It also means being open to learning and growth, recognizing that there's always more to understand about ourselves and the world. Courage is another key virtue. It's not just about facing physical danger, but also about standing up for what's right, even when it's difficult or unpopular. Courage means being willing to take risks, speak out against injustice, and face challenges head-on. It's about confronting your fears and acting with integrity, even when it's uncomfortable. For instance, it takes courage to admit when you're wrong, to apologize, or to make changes in your life that others might not understand. Justice involves treating others fairly and with respect. It's about recognizing the dignity and worth of every person and acting in a way that supports the common good. This virtue guides you to be honest, to keep your promises, and to be compassionate toward others. Justice also means advocating for fairness in society, whether that's through supporting equal rights or standing against discrimination and injustice. Self-control is the virtue that ties everything together. It's about regulating your desires and emotions so they don't lead you astray. Self-control helps you resist temptations and distractions, maintain focus on your goals, and respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. It's about mastering yourself so that you can live according to your principles rather than being swayed by external pressures or fleeting emotions. Building a strong character through these virtues is a lifelong journey. It's not about being perfect, but about striving to improve continually. Each time you act with wisdom, courage, justice, or self-control, you strengthen your character and become more resilient and grounded. This doesn't just benefit you personally, it also positively impacts those around you. A strong character inspires trust and respect from others, creates healthier relationships, and contributes to a more just and harmonious community. In summary, building a strong character through virtue involves cultivating wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. These virtues guide your actions, help you navigate challenges, and enable you to live a fulfilling and principled life. By focusing on these qualities, you not only enhance your own life, but also contribute positively to the world around you. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Stoic principles. We hope these insights inspire you to live with greater strength and wisdom. Remember to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue the conversation.